Welcome to the Dollars and Cents podcast with Wes the Economist and Jonathan the Conspiracy Theorist. We're reporting to you live from the Wave Beach Realty Studios in North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Give us a call today at 843-957-3872. All right, guys, welcome back into the Dollars and Cents podcast with Wes the Economist. I am Jonathan the Conspiracy Theorist. We are on season 3, episode 10. And we are rolling right into the new year. What is it, February 6th as we record this?
February 6th. We missed a few days. We're just
Yep.
too busy. I can't imagine us trying to get to the studio at this point. I don't
I
think we'd
know.
ever have time to meet, even if I still living down there.
I know. I know. And now that we can do it remotely, it makes it so convenient. It would be even tougher, I feel like, to meet at the studio just because of that. Because it's so
Yeah.
we just pop the laptop out wherever and get rolling. But either way, we're back and better than ever. And
And I
today
do
you're
have
gonna
my book is coming out. I'm ready to
yeah,
plug
you
my
got a
book.
book.
You always plug in the real estate. I get to plug my book now. It's actually being published right now. Hopefully, time we record next, I'll have what do you call it, release date. So
Yep.
it's gonna be up on Amazon, other places. You can buy it ebook or in a hard copy or paperback copy. It ended up being about 78 pages. I was kind of surprised. Looks really good.
That's a nice
So
little book. That's a good little read. I could knock that out in a couple hours.
and that was kind of the goal. I wanted something that was just easy to understand, easy to read, and it would actually be something people wouldn't be intimidated by.
I like it. I like it. When it comes to economics, it needs to be simple and easy to understand. That's for sure.
So I don't know if this is going to break any rules, but I'm going to do it anyway. Um, but here is just a little taste of what it's going to look like.
Ooh,
That's not the cover.
yeah,
Here is
got the chapters, the contents. Let's see what the chapters look like. Let's see what we're talking about. We've got basics of economics, economic market systems, supply and demand, market failures, macroeconomy, macroeconomy. Whew. Is that how I say it? Am I
yeah,
saying it right? Fiscal
macroeconomy. Yeah,
policy. What is money? Monetary, that's a good one. What is money? Monetary policy, consumer actions, production costs, industry, market structures, resources, and your final thoughts. Yeah, that's a good little, nice little 14 chapter,
yeah.
easy,
It's
easy breeze reading there.
easy read there. So hopefully it'll. Yeah, obviously it's not gonna make me rich, but I hope it. Just like you said, it's something you could read in a quick time,
I
and
like it. I like it.
not have to worry about um, spending hours trying to break down graphs. And no graphs, no math. It's all just a way to hopefully help people understand that
When
economics
you
is running your life. I mean, that's just it. Economics
yeah,
runs your life. Just nobody knows it. So
yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, when you go on your book tour, can I get a signed copy?
yeah, yeah, right. That'll never happen. But yes, you can have a signed copy.
Oh,
I'll
okay,
show you the cover right quick. Uh,
okay,
the and actually, I took this picture in on Corn Island, so that's what the cover is going to be
nice.
like.
You said what
So,
island?
Corn Island. It's off the coast of Nicaragua.
All right. No, no, you're not. It's not over there near Epstein Island, right?
Nowhere near Epstein Island.
Nowhere, nowhere near
Nowhere
it.
near Epstein Island.
Nowhere near it. Well, that's
Nowhere.
cool, man. And you so you don't have a release date yet, but we're getting
No,
there.
no, but they're moving pretty quickly, and everything's ready. And I'm sure they print this now on some kind of copier printer type stuff because it's such a low run book, and this is what they specialize in. I actually got hooked up with a company, the subsidiary of a textbook company, who wanted to help me turn it into a textbook, but the school I was out down there wasn't interested, so I moved, and they told me, well, "Hey, we're going to pass you off to this other company, and you can print it as not a textbook." Um,
Oh,
in the
nice. Okay.
meantime, though, there's a chance it may become a textbook in one of my classes up here. So
Oh, very
I'm
cool.
talking with the chair
Oh, yeah,
now.
that would be convenient to have your
Yeah,
own published book for that you use to teach classes. That would kind of make
yeah.
sense.
So I mean, I'm kind of excited about
That is
it,
exciting.
and lead us off into today's discussion because the markets are going crazy.
Yes. Yeah, I know we were talking about it off air before we hopped on here, and obviously I'm going to lean on you for this, but I know Bitcoin's been all over the place. People have been freaking out. Gold and silver are going through the roof, which usually is a sign of the dollar not being too
Yep.
Not too good, and I know you're going to be able to touch on that and kind of tell us where we're at right now. So, what do I need to know about the current financial situation the country is in terms of economics and what you're seeing with gold, silver, and these very unstable coins?
Well, my my outlook has always been since we've been together, it's very optimistic, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So none of this surprises me. I mean, I see this coming. What surprises me is Bitcoin gets so high. It got
Yeah.
to what, 110, 120
It was up there.
coin. Um, Obviously it dropped, and we can look at that chart too. Let's see if I can get it made to look at. But you look at that chart, um, the it dropped to 60. A lot of people were saying it was going to drop to 40. And I'm not sure exactly when did it hit 60. I'm not even sure. It's back at 70 now.
Hmm.
And so the question becomes now, do you buy because it's going back up, or do you wait till it takes another dip? So this is off of just coin market cap. And you can see that it was up on the 14th at 97,000 and dropped all the way to 63,000. Now, see, as an economist, my issue would have been as I would have bought it at 95,000. And then
Hmm.
I'd be tearing my heart out right now because it's sank down at this point. Um,
Yeah.
but if you go look at all time, it still hasn't. And the highest was, let's see what the highest was, 114, $114,000 per coin for something that started out as actually started out as a dollar coin,
Yeah.
and as far as I can tell, dropped below a dollar coin. The first recorded transaction was buying pizza. I was told from a Domino's. I hadn't actually seen the transaction. So when I spent 11 bitcoins on buying a pizza in Domino's in California, can you imagine?
I cannot imagine.
So for it to jump this high, it's just crazy. When I first heard about it, I think it was at about $2,000 a coin or $1,000 coin. It actually may have been below 1,000 when I first heard about it. But I had a student who had bought it at like $400 or $500 a coin, and he sold when they hit 3,000
Mm.
to go on a ski trip. Which now I'm sure he's wishing he had kept it longer.
Yeah, you
But
think?
the question becomes, why is it doing this? Why is this digital coin? Why is it worth so much?
Eisenhower Dental, located at 107 Waccamaw Medical Park Drive in Conway, a place where you can find all your dental services, including general dentistry, cosmetic, restorative, and pediatric dentistry. Reach out to them today at their website, eisenhowerdental.com, or call them at 843 234 3110. 843 234 3110 and tell them Wes the Economist sent you.
When life gets unpredictable, turn to a partner you can trust. At Bobby Clary State Farm, we've got you covered. Whether it's home, auto, or life insurance, we're dedicated to providing personalized coverage that fits your needs. With our friendly and knowledgeable team, navigating your insurance options have never been easier. Visit bobbyclary.com or call 843-438-6000. Bobby Clary State Farm, here to help life go right. I'm hoping you're going to tell us why.
I don't know. I'm an economist. I don't know. I was hoping you'd tell me why.
Yeah. Listen, because it's just a digital coin. And I get like how it works in terms of it being like, you can use it anywhere. Like I see the pros of it, but it has no backing other than people's investment in it. I've never been able to fully wrap my head around how it works and why people have so much faith in it. But I guess we could say that about the dollar at this point as well. So I guess really at the end of the day, it's probably more stable than the
It's
American dollar.
it's the same as the dollar. Dollar at this point, the majority of our coins and currency. I mean, well, let's look at coins and currencies. If we took all the coins and currencies that's been printed, they could not cover the checking accounts outstanding.
Oh, I'm sure.
Um, and now they've added savings account and what we call the M1. The M1 is basically the most liquid form of money. It's where you can walk in and pay at a point of sale with debit cards, which obviously hook to checking accounts, but now pretty much your savings account, cash, and money orders, which nobody ever uses anymore. Cashier's checks. I mean, not traveler's checks, which hardly anybody uses anymore. But those are considered the most liquid form. And right now, I think The M1 sits somewhere between 19 and 22 trillion dollars. And the best guesstimates I can see of the actual physical money out there is about $4 trillion, 5 trillion.
Yeah.
So literally at this point, the US dollar is not back. It's not a physical item anymore. It's digital also. And it's not backed by anything. It's been backed by gold really since the 30s and even loosely since the 70s. Now, there's other things that give it value because you still have to buy petroleum from all the major petroleum producers with the dollar. They don't accept anything else, which could change at any time, honestly.
Yeah.
That makes it what we call the petrodollar, that petroleum kind of backs the dollar. But at the end of the day, there's nothing there to make it worth what we say it's worth.
Is
Now,
is
Bitcoin is the thing about Bitcoin is, and you're right, it is an investment, but it also you can buy anything. When I say anything, I mean anything.
hmm,
And one of the things I think pushed up the value was you could go on the dark web or other places that I've never been, obviously, and buy arms, drugs, people. I mean, it's just it's not trackable, and it's one reason the government doesn't like it because nobody controls Bitcoin. Whoever whoever developed it and put it out into the wild cut off ties with it. There's supposedly no way to access what's out there from a regulatory or kind of overarching supervising position.
yeah, I've got actually got some AKs in my basement that I bought with Bitcoin last month off the dark web. They're
Yeah,
pretty
but you got to
nice.
do that. We're on YouTube now. That's probably not going to be the best thing to be doing. So
I mean,
just to make it clear,
you
he
don't.
doesn't have a basement. He lives
No,
in
I
a
don't even
house.
have a basement. No, or AKs. This is not a gun safe behind me. It's a sauna. Don't worry, guys. But I think the AI will realize I was joking there. Hopefully, when they
Yeah,
look
yeah.
over the
When AI
transcript.
takes over, there's one we need to go back to. We had an AI when we first started. We need to talk about that again because this gets kind of scary. So maybe that'll be one of
I
our next
can't
episodes
tell
coming
what's
in.
real anymore with AI. The videos and stuff I see about things, like even like ice videos and stuff, I'm like, I don't even know if
Really,
it's a
you
real
can
video.
usually tell if you look. I'll give you some hints. You can. It's
Yeah,
still
but they're getting better.
easy.
Like pretty
Oh
soon,
yeah,
those
yeah,
hints
yeah.
won't even matter anymore.
They're getting better, but I mean, it's still way, especially he- now. This was about a month ago. AI was still having trouble with digits. I mean, people with four fingers and three fingers and one finger. I mean, they're
Yeah.
still having some issues. And there's also some ways to watch the movement. And you're right, though; it's getting good. But back to the money, Bitcoin is at this point, I think, also an escape from the dollar. People are worried about the dollar. I mean, the
Yeah,
Bitcoin is
clearly
the
that.
Bitcoin.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, it's gotten some value because of what it's used for and those type things, but at the end of the day, it's also because people are losing faith in what the US dollar is going to be in a year or so.
Yeah. Yeah. And I can't say I blame them.
The same thing with gold. I mean, gold hit 5,600 last week. See if I can call that one up here. I mean, gold has literally, we hit, let's see if it tell me the actual, it's not showing me the just percentages. But you can see there was a spike last week. And then it's come back down some, but still, where it as we talk, where's the price at? Where's the price? Where's the price? Not seeing the price. Gold price is at almost five, back up to 5,000.
Almost.
Yeah, and that's just to me showing that people, an ounce of gold is still an ounce of gold. That's just you hadn't changed. So what's changed is the value of the dollar.
Right.
And that people again are just worried about the dollar. You can look at the same thing when you look at the silver price, which I'm not going to get off of that either. So let's go back. Let's just go to silver price. Um, it was up at 112 or 120 last week when gold spiked, and it fell considerably. It's back down to 78.
Hmm.
But just last year, gold silver was at, or at least a year and a half ago, it was down at $20 an ounce. I mean, you're seeing four times increases across these boards,
Yeah.
which again to me just means that we are we are not having faith in our dollar.
Yeah, it doesn't seem that way. I mean, that would, in my opinion, that would be the only real push to jump on these coins would be the lack of faith in the future of the dollar. I mean, but because if the dollar's strong, why el I mean, I get it with the gold and silver, but with the Bitcoin, it's like you're just trusting in an entire different monetary system over the one that you live in. I mean, that's
Yeah.
it's actually the higher Bitcoin goes, I think the more worrisome it could become for the economy. Or am I missing something?
Well, and yeah, that, and just again, why is it, why are we spending so much on it? I mean, is most of this just investment speculation that's driving it? And if that is, it could drop out any time.
Yeah, yeah, that's the risk you play in the stock market and coin game, I guess. It's the same because they're just so volatile. I guess anything can happen any day of the week. Obviously, a lot of people lost their shirts, with this last drop in Bitcoin, but a lot of those people made a ridiculous amount of money to when Bitcoin got to where it was. So I just don't know how people figure out when to let it ride and when to
I
let
know.
go. Like right
Well,
now, should I be buying Bitcoin?
when they hit 20,000 a coin, because you know you can buy, you know this, maybe most of our listeners know this, but you can buy it in, I mean, hundreds of a coin, thousands of a coin. I mean, you're not buying a whole coin, obviously. But 20,000, I thought, oh, they're never going higher. I'm not going to buy any. You know, it's like,
Yeah,
how do you
go
know?
figure.
It's it. Now, one, and we were talking about this off air, and I just introduced you to something called a Goldback,
Yes.
which is very interesting to me. I've been doing a lot of research this last week on it because when I first started, and I actually have a brother-in-law, when I sent it to him, he thought the same thing. It was just something representing gold. It was some kind of piece of paper that represents gold, but they're actually gold themselves. And again, I've got all kind of age today, but let's go look at this. This is what a goldback is. If I can get this to come up without, yeah, let's play this. So it literally is a process that has melted gold down and has turned it into, it's not paper, it's literally a leaf of gold.
Yeah.
And it's very sturdy. It's about you can't tear it. I mean, it's pretty amazing little stuff. Now, if you'll notice up here, one goldback is worth $9.92 today. There's an exchange rate, just like any other currency with it. Um, a one goldback is one thousandth of an ounce of gold, and they actually had outside people come in and they melt it down, and they do this quality process where they melt it down, and it is 1,000th of an ounce of gold is what's in your
Mm.
pocket. But they're being used at a premium because of all obviously the process and being able to use a little bit of gold in this form. So I do think they're a little overpriced, but at the same time, if people are willing to take it, which I showed you a map a while ago,
Hmm.
um, if you if you people are willing to take it at that price, then it really doesn't matter. And it is gold. If something happens, then you actually do have a very small amount of gold that is transactionable.
Right.
And if you go back to the website, you can call up what can I pay at, and here's the United States, and you can see this, and even in the Caribbean, down in I didn't even notice this a while ago, but even down in Central America, people are taking them.
That's crazy.
Oh, hey, look at this. 7-Eleven is taking them in Florida. I did not
Yeah.
notice that before. It is a name that people don't see very often. I mean, a lot of these, as you said a while ago, are kind of odd places. Kelly's Dog Walking will take it in Massachusetts. Magnolia
Yeah.
Heating and Cooling in Mississippi. So I mean, it's got a long way to go. And right now, you only have, I think it's, I want to tell you, Texas, Arizona, Oklahoma, Florida, New Hampshire, Wyoming. I think has one coming out. So I would love to be part of the driving one to get one for South Carolina.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
But they're literally just a piece of gold that's flat and put in your wallet. So I
It's
don't know if it'll
crazy.
take off or not,
You never
but
know.
I didn't think Bitcoin was when it
Yeah.
was in $1,000
Yeah.
$1,000 a coin.
Yeah. That's insane. What Bitcoin's done is just unbelievable. I don't even know how to put that into words what that's done, and I still can't wrap my head around it.
No, and as an economist, I can't either because it's literally I don't see what it's being backed on. Um, but people now have it as debt. People now using it as currency. So we'll see. It's climbing again after a low of 60,000. Now it's back up in the 70, and we'll see if it keeps going. I've seen predictions of it hitting 200,000 one day.
Yeah,
I don't get it. But at the same time, you can't keep paper money sitting in your mattress because it's not really worth anything.
yeah, I know.
Inflation's going to eat it up. So I think we've answered all the questions, right?
No, I got more
No.
questions than answers out of this. So I mean, do we just dump all of our cash into Bitcoin? Is that what we do?
You can't. I mean,
Prepare?
you prepare for what? I mean, if things, and it's just it. What are we preparing for? I mean, if you go to the one side of the preppers and all, the grid and all is going to crash. But if the grid crashes, you don't have any power. You can't access your Bitcoin.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But you also not going to be able to access most of your dollars. So you
Yeah.
need gold. Well, Goldbacks look better in that case.
Yeah, I guess so. I need to start stacking
even
Goldbacks.
even gold and silver though would be better than Goldbacks. But
Just buy bars.
if it doesn't collapse that way and things go south another way, then if you've got all this gold and silver, then you can't use it. You may need the Bitcoin because that may be the only thing the AI is letting you use. It's just one of those
Yeah.
things.
Yeah. Oh
There's
man.
so many scenarios. Come on, conspiracy theorists. There's so many scenarios that we could go down.
Well, I mean, what do you think's going to happen? Like, I mean, 5 years from now, what are we going to look like here? What I mean, is the
Oh,
dollar just going to be worthless? 10 years to 15 years?
I mean, for several reasons, I think the dollar is going to become worthless. The biggest reason, my biggest reason is the debt, $38 trillion in debt. And our politicians have created this atmosphere that our dollar is just monopoly money. I mean, literally, just we can print all we want, and I say print. We don't even print money anymore. That's not how we do it. We just digitalize it. We make more digital dollars available. We don't have to print. You have to start the printing press, and that's what
Right.
happened the last 4 or 5 years. That's why we had inflation. Now, it wasn't just because of that. I believe it, started happening where it started happening decades ago. But with the financial crisis 2008, we started setting ourselves up for this fall. COVID was just kind of a catalyst to push us into it quicker.
Yeah.
But on the other side of it now, it's just things have gotten weaker. So the dollar, the national debt bothers me. The government not willing to stop and think about we need to stop spending, and then you tie it together with all these billions of dollars we found in fraud. I mean, they're moving into California, and I've heard estimates in California of 80 to $100 billion just in the same stuff that they found in Minnesota. And that's not even touching the other things. I saw a new one. What was it yesterday? A whole different sector of basically the welfare state that's been taken advantage of. And then I saw, was it 10,000 Venezuelans or something that got a hold of bogus Social Security numbers that have been filed into the system? They're getting benefits on. I mean, I heard somebody estimate this morning that they think I don't know if this could be true or not, but they think 1/3 of the budget at this point is just corruption and fraud,
It seems like it. It
which would
seems
be
like
about which would be about $2.5 trillion every year that our tax money is help sponsor. Now, see that 2.5 trillion. Let's just say it's 2 trillion. Most of that is printed money, so we're just basically printing money to pay for fraud. So our government people losing faith in the government on both sides. I mean, you see what's going on in Minnesota. What happens when the government fails? If that is coming to that, how do we stop the government from failing? We get in on an episode on that. I mean, at this point, and I heard somebody describe it this morning this way also. It's like two siblings coming together. One's lying out the teeth, and the other one is telling the truth. If you side with the one with the truth, everybody who's on the side of the other brother is going to be against you. If you let the other brother who's lying, even though a lot of people know they're lying, you let them get away with it, you lose faith in the institution, a family. So I mean, What do you do?
I don't know, Wes. That's why I'm asking you. I have no clue. You're the guy that's supposed to have all the answers. All I know is how to sell houses.
Oh, no, they never said that. I told you, economists are very bad at predicting. So my prediction for the next 5 years, but I've been saying this for 10 years, so take it for what it is, because I've got food now that I've had on the shelf for almost 10 years that probably needs to be thrown away. So,
Yeah,
because I expected something to happen long before now.
right.
I cannot believe we've lasted as long as we have. I remember sitting in the sandhills with a friend of mine in 2012 talking about what it was going to look like when the economy collapsed. This is before I got back into teaching. So I've been seeing this for a long time, and the more I got into teaching, the more I saw the problems in the foundation of the financial economic side of the house, and they ain't got any better.
No, no, it's not
And
gonna.
nobody in Washington seems to care.
No, they really don't. It's just keep
I
on
don't think
kicking the can
anybody
down the
in
road.
I don't think anybody here in Columbia in the state house really cares.
No, I think they honestly just think we're too big to fail.
Yeah,
It's really like there's just no way
they
it can happen.
they
They think.
need to understand that we live in times of scarcity and we've got to make decisions with our resources, which is the definition of economics, which you can find in my book that's coming out soon.
And ladies and gentlemen, that's where we'll end this. Go buy Wes's book, and you might learn something about economics, but you'll end up with more questions than answers because once you get into economics, you open a whole book of questions. So you're
Oh
gonna have
yeah,
to, so get a second book 2 years from now.
I've actually already started thinking about writing a second book if this one does anyway decent. Honestly, if I sell 100 copies, I'd be happy.
That'd be cool.
So so that probably means I'll sell five.
Nah, you could get 100.
Think I can get 100? All right,
I
we'll
think you
push
can get
for 100.
100.
We'll push for 100 copies, either of ebooks or hardback or
I
paperback.
like it.
So
I like it.
I am going to send them off to some major personalities. I'm actually also going to send off some local radio show hosts. I'm sending one down at WTKN to Nick and Liz when it comes out.
There you go.
So maybe I'll get some interviews and get to push it. Maybe I'll get a few sold.
You
Maybe I can
might
get
get a
100.
little. You might get you a little book tour, a little South Carolina book tour.
Man, that'd be great, wouldn't it?
It would be great.
Who's gonna come see Wes the Economist? I don't think me.
Listen, I don't know. The worse things get, people might start leaning on you guys a little bit more to answer some questions.
Oh, they won't like my answers. But yep, let's
No.
jump on to the next one. Episode 11 coming your way here soon.
Yep. We'll see you guys on the next one.
Mortgage payment, insurance payments, credit card payments, they can be very overwhelming. Are you ready to take the time to get things under control? Then reach out to me at Clark Financial Coaching to see if we can get you started with a budget and then a vision for the future. Write me at coachwesc@gmail.com. That's coachwesc@gmail.com.
Are you looking to buy a home in North or South Carolina? You need to reach out to Wave Beach Realty today. We are a family-owned company with over 10 years of experience in North and South Carolina and operate along the Grand Strand. Give us a call today at 843-957-3872. That's 843-957-3872. Thanks for listening to the Dollars and Cents Podcast with Jonathan the Conspiracy Theorist and Wes the Economist. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and X at DollarsCentsGS and on Facebook at Dollars and Cents.